Hello there, my sleepy fellows. Tonight, we'll follow Gandalf, the wise and steadfast wizard, as he navigates the delicate threads of fate and unity. His role in the Fellowship is pivotal, yet shrouded in quiet mystery, a guiding hand in times of uncertainty. Our tale will bring you to a secret council where elves, dwarves, men, and hobbits come together under the guidance of Elrond. At its center stands Gandalf the Grey, whose watchful gaze and steady voice offer guidance as plans are made to protect a small but powerful object, the One Ring. Yet, beneath Gandalf's wisdom lies a sense of purpose and burden that few of them can truly understand. As the tale unfolds, you'll find yourself wandering through the tranquil beauty of Rivendell, catching glimpses of its timeless elegance. You'll sit among great leaders, hear whispers of ancient lore, and feel the gentle rise of hope as a fellowship begins to form, a beacon of light in a world threatened by darkness. Imagine yourself in a place where time seems to pause, a hidden valley cradled by towering peaks, its lush green slopes kissed by cascading streams. This is Rivendell, the last homely house, where the whispers of ancient lore blend with the soothing rustle of trees in the wind. It is a sanctuary where weary souls find rest and where great decisions, fraught with destiny, unfold. As you settle in, feel the peace of this moment wash over you. Let go of the weight of the day, the worries that linger, and the noise of the outside world. This story will gently cradle your mind, leading you through the serene beauty of Rivendell and into the heart of a secret council where the future of Middle-earth is delicately shaped. If you enjoy tales steeped in the magic of Middle-earth, filled with soothing words and calming adventures, I warmly invite you to like this story and consider joining this peaceful journey by subscribing and liking the video. Together, we can explore more stories that lull the heart and mind into rest. For now, though, let your worries drift away. Settle into the quiet comfort of this moment and prepare to follow Gandalf and the Fellowship as they start a journey destined to shape the fate of all. So, close your eyes if you wish. Let the soft glow of this story surround you and prepare to step into the timeless magic of Middle-earth. In the heart of Rivendell, where the waterfalls sing softly to the ancient trees and the golden glow of dawn bathes the halls in a warm embrace, the council gathers. It is here, among the wisdom of Elrond and the quiet strength of Gandalf, that our story takes shape. Gandalf the Grey, with his weathered staff and cloak of ash and silver, sits calmly amidst the assembly. His piercing yet kind eyes seem to hold the weight of ages, and his voice, steady as the flow of the Bruinen River, carries both wisdom and compassion. He is a guide, a protector, and a keeper of secrets. Each step he takes ripples across Middle-earth, shaping its fate. Beside him is Frodo Baggins, a hobbit of unassuming stature, but remarkable courage. The ring hangs heavy in his pocket, a small object imbued with unimaginable power. His shy demeanor contrasts with the quiet determination etched into his face, a sign of the courage he scarcely understands but already possesses. The council is a tapestry of contrasts, The regal bearing of elves, the rugged strength of dwarves, the guarded resolve of men, and the humble curiosity of hobbits. Yet, despite their differences, they share a single purpose: to protect Middle-earth from the rising shadow. Rivendell itself is an immersive presence, a haven of light and harmony. The air carries the scent of blooming flowers and the earthy aroma of aged stone. The distant song of waterfalls mingles with the rustle of leaves, and every step feels cushioned by the soft embrace of moss-covered paths. Gandalf's calm voice rises above the murmur of the council, offering clarity and hope. It is a moment of quiet significance, the first step in uniting these disparate voices into a fellowship bound by the fragile threads of trust and courage. For now, they stand at the edge of uncertainty, yet the soft rhythm of Rivendell seems to promise that their path, though fraught with peril, will also be illuminated by light and wisdom. As the council concludes, a decision is made. A fellowship will carry the One Ring to the fires of Mount Doom. Rivendell's peaceful halls fade into memory as the group embarks on their perilous journey, each step leading them further into the unknown. The fellowship begins its path through Middle-earth, weaving through lands both familiar and strange. Gandalf takes the lead, his staff a beacon of light against the shadows of the wilderness. His steady stride exudes confidence, but his mind is burdened by the magnitude of their task. Each member of the fellowship carries their unique strengths and secrets, adding to the layers of intrigue within their shared purpose. The road is arduous yet beautiful. The Shire's gentle rolling hills are soon replaced by the dense forests of Eregion, where the trees seem to whisper ancient songs. Sunlight filters through the canopy in golden streams, casting fleeting patterns on the forest floor. Frodo feels a strange comfort here, as though the trees themselves offer silent encouragement. As night falls, they make camp near the banks of a tranquil river. The air is crisp, filled with the scent of pine and the soft murmur of flowing water. Gandalf, seated by the fire, gazes into the flames with a distant look. His thoughts seem to dance with the flickering embers, pondering the challenges that lie ahead. Strange occurrences mark their path. The fellowship passes ancient ruins where faint traces of long-forgotten carvings tell of a time when elves and men stood united against darkness. Aragorn examines these remnants closely, his knowledge of history enriching their significance, while Gimli mutters tales of dwarven craftsmanship, his voice a gruff melody against the night. It is Gandalf, however, who senses the subtle presence of a darker force. He pauses often, his keen eyes scanning the horizon as though anticipating danger. In quiet moments, he shares fragments of lore with Frodo, using the tales to steel the hobbits' resolve. The other hobbits listen too, enraptured by Gandalf's words, their fears momentarily eased by his wisdom. As they journey deeper into the wilds, the atmosphere shifts. The once gentle winds carry an edge of foreboding, and the trees grow denser, their gnarled roots forming a tangled maze. The group's bond strengthens with each passing day, born of shared hardships and quiet moments of camaraderie. When they reach the edge of the misty mountains, the air grows colder, the peaks looming like silent sentinels against the horizon. It is here that Gandalf pauses to reflect, his gaze fixed on the jagged path ahead. He knows the perilous road they must take through the mines of Moria, where shadows gather and whispers of ancient evils linger. The Fellowship stands on the cusp of a great unknown, their unity tested by the challenges yet to come. The journey has begun in earnest, and with it, the delicate balance between light and shadow, a balance that Gandalf is determined to preserve, no matter the cost. The Fellowship stands at the gates of Moria, the once great dwarven city, now shrouded in darkness and mystery. The vast stone doors, intricately engraved with ancient runes, glow faintly under the moonlight. Gandalf examines the inscription, his fingers tracing the delicate elvish words, "Speak, friend, and enter." He murmurs to himself, deciphering the hidden meaning, and with a whispered word in Elvish, the gates creak open, revealing a yawning darkness within. As they step cautiously into the mines, an oppressive silence greets them, broken only by the faint echoes of their footsteps. Gandalf's staff casts a soft light, illuminating the grand halls that speak of a once prosperous kingdom. Pillars stretch high into the shadows, their intricate carvings depicting the history of Durin's folk. But there is no life here, only the stillness of abandonment and the faint, eerie whispers of the past. The air is heavy, laced with the scent of decay and stone. The group moves in hushed awe, their eyes wide with both wonder and unease. Frodo feels the weight of the ring growing heavier, as though the darkness of Moria is drawn to it. Gandalf stays close, his voice calm but firm, offering quiet reassurances to Frodo and the other hobbits. As they delve deeper, the splendor of Moria gives way to scenes of devastation. Collapsed tunnels and shattered statues bear witness to an ancient battle fought against an unseen foe. They come across a chamber strewn with the remnants of a desperate last stand, broken weapons, scattered bones, and a tattered banner of Durin's house. Gimli kneels before the remnants, his voice trembling as he whispers a dwarvish prayer for his kin. In the depths of their exploration, Gandalf discovers a worn tome, its leather binding cracked with age. It is the Book of Mazarbul, a record of Moria's fall. He reads aloud, his voice steady but laced with sorrow, recounting the tragic tale of Balin's expedition and its fateful end. The words speak of courage and hope, but also of a rising shadow, a terror that consumed all who dared to face it. As Gandalf closes the book, an ominous rumble echoes through the halls, followed by the faint sound of drums in the deep. The Fellowship exchanges wary glances, their unease growing. Gandalf motions for silence, his keen ears attuned to the growing threat. "We must move swiftly," he says, his voice a quiet command. "There is something here that should not be disturbed." The revelation strikes Frodo deeply, the weight of their journey pressing harder on his heart. He clutches the ring instinctively, sensing its malevolent pull. Gandalf, noticing Frodo's unease, places a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Courage, Frodo," he says softly. "Even in the darkest places, light can endure." As they press on, the fellowship becomes acutely aware of the shadows that seem to move of their own accord. Gandalf's light, though steady, feels fragile against the encroaching darkness. The ancient halls of Moria have revealed their secrets, a tale of bravery and loss, and the enduring echoes of an ancient evil. With each step, the fellowship edges closer to the heart of the mystery, their bond strengthened by shared fear and resolve. The journey through Moria has become more than a passage. It is a test of will, a crucible in which the fellowship's strength is forged. Gandalf leads them with unwavering determination, knowing that the greatest challenge is yet to come and that their fates are irrevocably tied to the shadows lurking in the deep. The fellowship moves deeper into the darkened mines of Moria, the air growing colder and the atmosphere heavier with each passing step. Gandalf's staff casts a pale light that flickers off the jagged stone walls, revealing traces of the grandeur that once adorned these halls. The faint sound of water dripping from unseen heights echoes around them, a rhythmic reminder of time's relentless march. As the group navigates a narrow bridge over a yawning chasm, Legolas pauses, his sharp eyes scanning the darkness. "There's something alive down there," he whispers, his voice barely audible. Gandalf nods solemnly. "The Watcher in the water is not the only shadow that lingers here," he says, his tone calm but grave. "The deep places of the world are vast and unknowable, filled with secrets both ancient and terrible. They come across an underground lake, its surface so still it reflects the dim light like a mirror. Frodo peers into the water, and for a fleeting moment, he thinks he sees something moving beneath the surface, a glimmer of gold, a flicker of eyes. Sam gently pulls him back, a worried look on his face. "Best not linger," Sam mutters. "This place feels hungry." In a hidden alcove, the fellowship discovers a series of carvings etched into the stone walls. They depict an ancient battle between the dwarves and an enemy of fire and shadow, the figures frozen in eternal struggle. Gimli traces the lines with reverence, his voice trembling as he recounts the tale of Durin's bane. "A Balrog," he whispers, "a demon of the ancient world. My people dared to dig too deep, and this is the price they paid." The weight of the tale settles over the group, each member feeling the gravity of their journey anew. Gandalf places a hand on Gimli's shoulder. "The courage of Durin's folk is not forgotten," he says softly. "Their light endures, even here." As they journey further, the fellowship encounters remnants of Moria's once vibrant life. A grand dining hall, now silent and cold, its tables overturned and its hearths long extinguished. Aragorn and Boromir walk in quiet conversation, sharing stories of battles fought and lessons learned, their voices a balm against the oppressive silence. At a resting point, Gandalf tells the group a tale of old, his voice resonant and soothing. He speaks of the creation of the dwarves by Alla the Smith, their resilience and their unyielding spirit. "Even in the face of despair," Gandalf says, "the dwarves built beauty. Let that remind us of what we fight for, a world where light and shadow remain in balance." The group listens intently, the story lifting their spirits. Frodo, sitting beside Sam, feels a flicker of hope rekindle within him. Gandalf's presence, steady and wise, becomes a beacon amid the darkness. The Fellowship draws closer, not just in proximity, but in purpose. The shared stories and the ancient echoes of Moria's history weave them into a tapestry of unity, each thread bound to the others. As they prepare to continue, Gandalf looks back at the group, his eyes filled with both determination and compassion. "We walk through shadow," he says, "but we carry light within us. Hold fast to that light, for it will guide us through even the darkest of nights." With those words, the Fellowship rises, their steps steadier and their hearts more resolved. The halls of Moria stretch on, but together they are ready to face whatever secrets the darkness holds. The Fellowship reaches the fabled chamber of Mazarbul, a vast hall filled with the echoes of a once glorious past. The light from Gandalf's staff casts long shadows on the crumbled stonework and shattered pillars. Ancient books and scrolls, many torn and weathered, lie scattered on the floor. Gimli kneels by a tomb, his voice breaking as he reads the inscription aloud. "Here lies Balin, son of Fundin, Lord of Moria." A heavy silence falls over the group, the weight of loss and history pressing down upon them. Gandalf kneels and gently retrieves a worn tome from Balin's resting place. Flipping through its fragile pages, his face grows graver with every word. "They delved too greedily and too deep," he murmurs, his voice tinged with sadness. The shadow awoke, and none were spared. Suddenly, a sound disrupts the stillness, a faint tapping, then a distant rumble. Legolas draws his bow, his keen eyes scanning the darkness. "Something stirs," he warns. Gandalf's expression hardens. "We must leave now." But the darkness has other plans. From the far reaches of the hall comes a cacophony of guttural cries and the metallic clatter of weapons. Orcs and goblins pour into the chamber, their red eyes glowing like embers in the blackness. The Fellowship readies themselves, their weapons gleaming in the faint light of Gandalf's staff. "Stay close," Gandalf commands, his voice steady. Aragorn and Boromir form a protective line, their swords striking down the advancing enemy. Legolas's arrows fly true, each shot finding its mark. Gimli fights with ferocity, his axe cleaving through the swarm with precision. Even the hobbits, small but brave, wield their swords with determination. Through the chaos, a deep, resonant roar reverberates through the chamber, shaking the very foundations of Moria. The orcs falter, their confidence waning as the ground trembles beneath their feet. Gandalf's face grows pale as he utters a single word, Balrog. From the depths of the mine, a fiery glow begins to emerge, growing brighter and more menacing with each passing moment. The heat is palpable, the air thick with the smell of ash and sulfur. The creature steps into view, a towering figure of shadow and flame, its wings spread wide and its fiery whip crackling with raw power. "Fly, you fools!" Gandalf shouts, his voice cutting through the panic. The Fellowship hesitates for only a moment before obeying, racing toward the bridge of Khazad-dûm. As they reach the narrow, perilous bridge, Gandalf turns to face the Balrog. The Fellowship stops, watching in terror and awe as their guide and protector prepares to confront the ancient demon. "You cannot pass," Gandalf declares, his voice echoing with authority. The Balrog roars, its whip lashing out, but Gandalf stands firm, his staff and sword glowing with an otherworldly light. The battle is fierce, the clash of light and shadow filling the cavern with blinding flashes and deafening roars. With a final, defiant cry, Gandalf strikes his staff upon the bridge, shattering it beneath the Balrog's feet. The creature plummets into the abyss, but not before its whip lashes out, ensnaring Gandalf's legs. The Fellowship watches in horror as Gandalf is pulled into the chasm. His final words ring out, filled with both command and reassurance. "Fly, you fools!" The group flees, their hearts heavy and their spirits shaken. They burst into the open air of Lothlorien, the golden woods offering a stark contrast to the darkness they have just escaped. Yet the absence of Gandalf weighs heavily on them. Frodo feels the burden of the ring more keenly, while Aragorn steps forward to lead with quiet resolve. The Fellowship sits in a circle that evening, sharing stories of Gandalf's wisdom and bravery. As the stars shine above, Legolas speaks softly of hope. "The light of Gandalf's wisdom has not gone out," he says. "It lingers, guiding us still." In their grief, the Fellowship finds strength, their bond deepened by the trials they have faced. Gandalf's sacrifice becomes a beacon, a reminder of the courage and unity needed to carry the light through the growing darkness. The journey is far from over, but the memory of Gandalf fuels their determination. Together, they vow to honor his legacy, each step a testament to the enduring strength of light in the face of shadow. As the Fellowship emerges from the shadowy depths of Moria, the golden light of Lothlorien greets them like a balm to their weary souls. The air is sweet and filled with the faint melody of elven voices, soothing their troubled hearts. They move through the ethereal woods in silence, each lost in thoughts of Gandalf and the trials that await them. Frodo lingers at the edge of a crystal-clear stream, the soft trickling of water a welcome reprieve from the chaos of the mines. The weight of the ring hangs heavy around his neck, but for the first time in hours, he feels the burden slightly eased. In his hand, he turns a smooth stone found near the bridge of Khazad-dûm, a quiet keepsake of their fallen guide. "I'll carry on, Gandalf," he whispers, his voice barely audible above the stream. The group gathers in a quiet glade where Galadriel herself appears, her presence as radiant as the stars above. She speaks softly, her words carrying a gentle wisdom that touches each of them in turn. Gandalf's light has not faded, it has merely passed into the fabric of Middle-earth. His wisdom will guide you still in ways unseen. She offers each member of the Fellowship a parting gift. Frodo receives a small phial filled with the light of Arendelle, its gentle glow a reminder that even in the darkest moments, light can prevail. To Aragorn, she gives a sheath for his sword, inscribed with ancient runes that speak of his destiny. Each gift is meaningful, a quiet assurance that their journey holds purpose. As the night deepens, The Fellowship rests under the towering Malern trees, their golden leaves shimmering in the moonlight. Sam tends to a small fire, its flickering flames casting dancing shadows on their faces. The group shares memories of Gandalf, their voices soft but filled with warmth. Pippin recalls his fireworks, while Gimli speaks of his unwavering courage. Legolas gazes at the sky, his elven eyes tracing constellations Gandalf once named. Aragorn sits apart, sharpening his blade. He does not speak, but his eyes hold a quiet determination. The weight of leadership has fallen on his shoulders, and he carries it with grace. As the others begin to drift to sleep, he rises and stands watch, his silhouette framed by the glowing leaves above. Galadriel's words echo in Frodo's mind as he lies beneath the stars. Even the smallest light can hold back the greatest darkness. With that thought, his eyes grow heavy, and he succumbs to the first peaceful sleep he has known in days. Morning breaks gently, with sunlight filtering through the golden canopy. The Fellowship prepares to leave, their spirits bolstered by the sanctuary of Lothlorien. As they step into their boats, the gentle current carrying them toward the Anduin River, they look back one final time. The golden woods of Lothlorien seem to shimmer with an unspoken promise, a lingering reminder of Gandalf's sacrifice and the hope that still burns within them. As the story draws to a close, the gentle sounds of water and rustling leaves fade into the background. And now, dear listener, it is time for you to rest. Close your eyes and let the warmth of this tale cradle you into a deep and peaceful sleep. The wisdom of Gandalf, the courage of the Fellowship, and the light of Middle-earth will watch over you. Good night, my sleepy fellows. May your dreams be filled with light, wonder, and the beauty of Middle-earth. Until we meet again, rest well and dream deeply.